Hey everybody, back again. I think this is going to be the last one I do tonight. I can only take so much. So here we have the best poutine, tomato, in Cornwall, Ontario. I mean, that does not look appetizing at all. I have no idea. That does not look like the best of anything I've ever seen. Thanks for tuning in again, by the way. Let's get into it.
Hello guys, hello. Okay, before we start this video, I have to show you this hand cream I got. Hemp's white gardenia and coconut palm.
I swear to, I'm not going to swear on the Lord, but I'm going to swear, I swear, I mentioned this lotion in a video because this is a lotion that one of the lotions that I use. Unbelievable. Copycatter. Stop trying to be like all of us, Chantal. Do your own thing.
It is like, it smells so good and it's so moisturizing. If you've ever tried it, let me know, but Hemp's is a really good brand. So
yes, I use that lotion. They come out with one during the holidays. It's like a apple cinnamon. It smells like Christmas, basically. They make that one during the holidays. I use the one that she has as well. I mean, they have every kind of, let's say, flavor, I guess, of lotion that you want. If you want to smell like a fruit, if you want to smell soapy, I mean, they have every kind of scent. I recommend that lotion. Yes. But it's kind of expensive. It's like, I mean, as lotions go, I think it's like $15 to $20. But sometimes you can find it at TJ Maxx for cheap, like around $10. So yeah, I recommend that lotion.
Recommending that. Okay, I'm starting. So I have a Diet Coke. Has a Santa on it. That's so cute. Okay, and we have.
What, is she eating on a trash can? What is that? Or a storage container? I can't tell. And where is she? She's at Shami's house, it looks like. I recognize the furniture. Yeah, I think that's her mom's house.
I don't have a good mukbang setup right now, but OMG. All right, this is the legendary poutine. Oh my gosh, it's legendary.
That looks like constipation in a tub. Yeah,
I'm telling you. Bismillah. Let me get a bite for you.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Beauty bite. It's messy. All right, guys. I'm in Canada. Poutine is land. You know, like it's Canada is poutine land, basically.
Why don't you eat things that you've never eaten before? Make it exciting. You know what? You're in Canada. Why don't you go to a sugar shack? That's something you've never done. Show people what that is, because I'm sure a lot of people don't even know what that is. Go there instead of eating the same crap that you always eat. Nobody cares. Carbs, exciting. Oh my goodness, what a porky pig. For the
and Cornwall has the best pizza and poutine, I'm telling you. At least this place. So.
Shut up.
And yes, this is a small. So I because the camera angle is so close, but. Oh boy, hold on.
Oh boy.
I forgot the lights. I forgot the lights. All right, so I want to tell you a bit about like my travel experience.
Man. Do you think she's hungry?
The Grinch. And I thought it'd be a good topic for an eat with me at the same time. There's one story like I wanted to know. You ever hear of like, I think it's a subreddit, Am I the A-hole? And people asking who was
Wait a minute, was she like Googling like was she Googling like questions about like herself? Like, am I an asshole? Was she literally Googling that about herself? Like questioning like everything that she's done. Am I actually the asshole?
The person in the wrong? Who was the person being the jerk in the situation?
Oh, man.
So there was an incident on the plane that reminded me of this.
She is. She's Googling weird stuff.
And so I thought I would ask you guys what your opinion is on it. Oh my gosh. The gravy is special here because it's like a homemade chicken gravy. It's very peppery. It's unlike any gravy I've ever tasted. Their gravy is very unique. It's tasted the same. It's the same recipe since I was in elementary school. And this is a pizzeria owned by a previous schoolmate, one of my good friends as a child.
Sure.
Her dad, her mom and
Maury Povich says that's a lie.
dad were Greek and they own a restaurant. They owned Louis, and sadly the mother passed away. She was a very, very kind woman. And the dad, just this really small Greek guy, but he's so friendly, and he still works in the back with the people cooking. So all those years, the recipe for the gravy has never changed.
That's called hard work and dedication, Chantal. That's something you have no knowledge of. So I'm sure that's quite shocking to you that that man still works there.
Decor in the place has hardly changed. It looks run down, but it's like the best food.
It didn't look run down. Excuse me. That restaurant didn't look run down. That just looked like a old mom and pop type restaurant. Chantal, stop it. What, like you're used to like tablecloths and fabric napkins? Get out of here. And utensils.
And I remember a kid in elementary being like, you know why the cheese is so good? It's shredded cheese, which is not traditional poutine cheese. Usually they use cheese curds, but a kid came up to me and told me one time, you know why the poutine is... It was legendary in school. It would be, you know...
Legendary.
The legendary poutine in school, and kids would pass around the rumor that the cheese came from the mafia. I don't know. So I'm going to enjoy my mafia cheese. But yeah, I was on the plane, and...
That's not funny. That's like a stereotype, Chantal. It's a bit racist. I don't know. What are you associating all people that are Greek are in the mafia, or Italians are in the mafia? Whatever,
everyone
Chantal.
was embarking, you know, like getting on the plane. Boarding, sorry. And I was sitting down in my seat. People were still coming in. And this one guy was trying to look for... Everyone scrambles to try to look for an overhead space, right? I mean, I don't rush to the plane.
You can't rush. What are you talking about?
You know, everyone's rushing.
It's physically impossible for you to rush to the plane. I mean, the fastest way you probably could get to the plane is roll, like you did down that hill in Cornwall. But other than that, no, that's physically impossible.
To board, and people are like, why are you rushing? Because, you know, you have an assigned seat. It's not going to go anywhere. No, it's not the seats people are fighting for. It's the overhead compartment space. It's very hard, you know, it's a pain kind of if it gets too full to find somewhere to put your bags. So there's this guy that was trying to find somewhere for his suitcase, and he wasn't really paying much attention, but he was, you know, trying to load his suitcase somewhere. So he was dealing with that.
That's why I always take 2 bags on the plane. I don't usually check luggage. One for the overhead and then one for under my seat, and that is it.
In the meantime, a woman, kind of looking impatient, holding her infant son, who was crying, was right behind him, came up behind him, waited for a few seconds, and then was like, excuse me, can you let us pass?
Well, yeah.
Like, in kind of in a rude way.
Well, because she wants to sit down. Yeah, and excuse me, and if he had any type of manners, he would have like moved aside for the woman and her child. He's the asshole in this situation, and not the other way around, Chantal. But, you know, I'm not shocked because you're a woman hater.
Ooh, Diet Coke is hitting right now. And the guy was like, wow, what do you think I'm doing there? You think I'm having a holiday? You think I'm having fun?
He's a jerk.
And, Buster. Hi, Buster. Hi, Buster. You gotta go to the bathroom?
There's the MVP right there, Buster.
I'm kind of Buster sitting right now, so
Uh-oh.
I don't know if he's gonna like go to the door if he has to go to the
How
bathroom.
are you
but...
Buster sitting? Get out of here.
Buster!
That dog has been alive this long without you, Chantal. He doesn't give a crap about you. He's probably looking at you like, what are you doing in my house? Get out.
Hi, buddy. You need to go bathroom? I don't know about dogs. I'm not familiar. Like, what do you want?
What is this? He goes to the patio door if he wants out. Is that the patio door? I don't know.
Okay, Okay, anyway, he doesn't like me either, so.
Really?
Hi, buddy.
Shocking.
Do you have to go poop? You have to go pee-pee? You have to go pee-pee? It's not for long, only like an hour.
So the dog clearly has to go to the bathroom. It came out, and instead of getting up and letting the dog outside, she's going to sit there, continue to stuff her face, and tell us this stupid story.
Anyway.
Imagine if she had a child and the child needed the diaper changed. She would probably be one of those moms that would let the child sit in its poopy diaper for hours. That would be Chantal.
Hi, buddy. You have to go to the bathroom? Anyway, so...
Anyways.
Then the woman says...
Anyways, Buster, you can hold your poopy. Let me stuff my face full of horrible food.
Well, you should let us pass and then do the suitcase.
That's right.
Like, you know, and then I heard them kind of arguing after that. Like, she's like, I have a kid, you know? And he's like, I know. And then that's kind of just where they stopped
She's
arguing.
100% correct.
I find arguments can erupt on planes. You know, like the reclining, to recline or not recline. And, hold on. I think he wants some poutine. He's giving me the guiltiest look. No! He's like...
Don't feed him.
Buster?
That dog is cute. I'm sorry. I like him. He's a cute dog.
I don't know how your dog owners do it, man. I'm a cat person any day. Anyways. So... And all of these problems arise on planes from these unwritten social rules. You ever notice that? That's
not an unwritten social rule. Well, at least I don't think it is. I think it's just, what's the term? Like gallant behavior, like a man respect to a woman, especially a woman holding a child, would be to step aside, let the woman with the crying child, you know, go by and get to her seat so she can comfort her child. That's like the proper thing to do, Chantal. You're just a rude individual. That's why you have no idea about how things work.
Rule for reclining, for example. You know, there's this unwritten social rule that you don't recline during meal service. You don't recline if the person is kind of, you know, going to be suffocated by it. You feel bad to recline, even though when you're right, your chair does recline. You know, so there's arguments about that. Now, for this situation as well, in a way, I was thinking, who's in the right? Because technically... I see both sides, you know?
You don't. What's his side? He's a me first individual and nobody else matters but him to put his luggage in the overhead compartment. He doesn't care about everybody else that's standing behind him, and who knows how big he was. He could have been a big individual, blocking everybody else from getting to their seat. All that matters is him putting his crap in the overhead compartment. I don't see his side at all. He's rude. He's a jerk.
Me, it depends. I think you should hurry and put your luggage up. If you're holding up a whole line of people, you should move aside.
Exactly.
And given that she had a kid...
He should move aside.
I get it. But...
He has no side. He has no argument in this situation at all. None. I mean, at least that's my opinion. Like it matters.
She should have been nicer about it. Like, could you please
It's
move
just
aside?
my opinion. I mean, clearly in the scheme of things, my opinion doesn't really matter. But I'm just putting it out there. That's all.
And I've noticed that sometimes what you say is not as important as how you say it. So...
Exactly.
And I've learned that because I have a poor delivery sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes?
With what I want to say. You guys know that. So I'm trying to be a nicer person and deliver my message in a nicer way because people...
I'm like curious to see how long this manic episode of hers is going to last. This manic high that she's on. Wow. Amazing.
The minute you become defensive or snappy or rude, people tend to listen less to what you have to say.
Because if you have no argument and you're just being vile, cussing, calling people names, making fun of their looks or whatever, which you tend to do, Chantal, nobody's going to listen to you. Nobody's going to take you seriously. You have no argument. If you know, are angry about something and you have something constructive to say to, you know, have a voice in the argument, then people will listen to you. Other than that, no.
So
That's
it's
why
a
a
really
lot
big
of the
deal.
times when you say, I'm just defending myself, I'm defending myself, never once have I seen you actually defend yourself. All you do is talk crap. Never a defense at all. Nothing.
You know, I'm gonna definitely be saving some of this because
Lies.
it is quite salty, and I love salt, but it's salty and
Then go to the local, what's the local feed store that they have there, and get yourself, it's called a salt lick. That would be really helpful for you since you love the salts.
big, you know, and doesn't take much to get sick of it a bit. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Who's in the wrong? The guy?
The guy.
The woman? Both? But I just wanted to show you guys one of the things I crave so much about this food.
What do you mean one of the things you crave? Every day it's something that you crave or something that comforts you. Every food item that you eat. It's never for like health purposes. It's always something that gives you comfort or you crave. Come on.
What foods I usually eat here. And I will admit, a part of me struggles with returning to Canada for trips because I have all that comfort food I think of when I come back.
Exactly.
What I'm trying to do is not overdo it. Enjoy the pleasures I have, you know, with food here, but just try to...
That's your problem right there, the pleasures with food. That mindset right there is why you're like 600 pounds.
control myself.
Excuse me,
That's neither
500 pounds.
here nor there. It's not the topic of today's video. But, yeah, anyway, I digress. So, yeah, I'm going to put the rest of this away for later.
Sure.
And I just want to show you, like I said, some restaurants, some foods that are...
Is this like the vlog we're gonna get? Is this all she did? I want to see what other content she spits out, because we've seen this meal before, like multiple times, in multiple countries. So show us something new, please.
you know, good memories for me, you know, back home here. And there's a lot of really good restaurants.
Good memories. I thought you said you hate Canada because of the memories that you have there, and you hate the people. Aren't you like a Canadian traitor? Now all of a sudden the memories are good for you, or is it just the food? I don't know.
That I want to show you. Good food that I want to show you. So, yeah. But let me know your thoughts below about the plane situation. I was wondering, I was like, you know what, I'm going to ask the Beezers that because I'm curious to see what you guys think. There's a lot of these weird social situations on the plane, you know? It's like, there's just so much going on a plane, and the social part of it is, you know, spending 13 and a half hours with people all crammed into a sardine can, a tube in the sky. You got to, you know, there's social rules you got to just kind of follow. Some are written, some are not, you know.
That's part of being a good human in society, Chantal. Yeah, that's why you stand out, because you just do not follow any of the norms at all. You just do your own thing. That's why you stand out.
So it's just an interesting experience, for sure. I overall had a pretty. It wasn't bad. It wasn't, you know, too stressful. And I had the 2 seats. I think from now on, I'm going to get 2 seats because, you know, it's just, even if I were thin and I didn't need the extra room wouldn't be nicer. Even if you're thin, I think everyone likes having a seat free beside them. You don't like
I
sitting
don't
beside
care.
a stranger elbow to elbow for 13 and a half hours.
I mean, the last time I was on a flight, the guy next to me was like literally fell asleep and his head was on me. I mean, things happen on planes. What are you going to do? But I mean, I like, it's kind of, sometimes you meet interesting people when traveling like that. I don't know.
You know, it's
I
just you
wouldn't
have
want
an
an
extra
empty
seat
seat.
beside you. You just have more room. You have more comfort to just spread out a bit more, and you don't have to be neck and neck with someone, and it's just more pleasurable. I don't know, unless you really love sitting beside someone, but I think
Well,
most
maybe
people
you should fly business or first class, and then that wouldn't be an issue for you. But you obviously can't afford it.
like to have that extra privacy too. So yeah, but overall, I had a pretty good experience this time. I am like tired from the time changes and just blah blah blah, but I don't feel like I've been hit by a truck. I wore compression socks on the plane, so I wasn't worried
Funny
about.
how now all of a sudden, look at the lying face right there. Look at that. Look at that. You know what? I'm sorry. This might be kind of crass for me to say, but her eyeballs, her eyes with the eyelids so swollen like that, and I've said this before, they look like tiny little bald vaginas turned sideways on her face. I don't know. That's what I see right now. I'm sorry. I had to say it.
Too much about sitting for that long and getting blood clots or
Oh,
things, but
that's what I was going to say. I digress. It's funny how she's saying she doesn't have a problem with any type of jet lag really here, but now all of a sudden, back in Kuwait, where she has to, handle her wifely trad wife duties as far as like cooking and cleaning and things like that, all of a sudden the jet lag is just so bad. It's just like she can't do anything because of the days of jet lag. Funny how that works.
overall had a pretty good trip, and it was probably the one of the better trips in terms of stress. And I didn't have that long of a layover in Doha this time. By the time I got to my gate, that was it. They were boarding, so I didn't have very long at all in between. So yeah, I guess that's about it for this video. So
Okay, so that's it. I mean, I don't even know what this was. Horrible food, horrible question. She hates women. I mean, prove it again. I don't know. Anyways, I guess that's it for me. It's late, so I'm probably not going to post anything else. Thanks for tuning in. I'll probably do something tomorrow, so I'll see you guys then. So everybody have a good night. See you later.